Hey everybody, Nicole from Momtrends here, and I have heard you loud and clear. A lot of you have asked how I stay fit, what I do with workouts, and I'm going to share my secret weapon with you. This is my friend Lawson, who is the owner of the Fit Lab here in Dumbo, Brooklyn, and she's been helping me for 3 or 4 years, but how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 30 years.
Which means she started when she was 5, so that's a lot of experience. We're going to focus today on arms. So we're going to do 2 different groups of exercises.
Big muscle groups, chest and back. Small muscle groups, biceps, triceps, shoulders. And we're going to make sure that your skin looks nice and tight and that your muscles look nice and firm. We're going to start with the back, which is our biggest muscle group. And if our back is working properly, we'll have good posture. So we're going to pick up our weights. I have 8s. Nicole has 5s, you can also use 3s. It really doesn't matter how big the weight is. You're gonna lift your pelvic floor, pull the muscles of your lower abs up, and you're gonna take a seat. And I always say stick your butt in a bucket because you really want your weight in your heels. Abs lifted, ribs closed, shoulders down, palms are facing front, and we're just gonna bend and stretch, keeping the elbows parallel, close to the body.
I know you always tell me to keep my shoulders out of my ears.
Yep, we say pits to hips, armpits to hips, right? So we have a ton of space between the ears and the shoulders. We're really pulling those armpits down towards our hips, and we're thinking about the mid-back muscles, right? Our postural muscles. You're gonna aim for about 10 to 15 repetitions here, and you wanna feel this kind of burning in the mid-back latissimus dorsi area, which I'll tell you where that is. It's right, it's your armpit, okay? 10 to 15, then we're gonna come up, pressing through the heels, right? Thinking about the abdominals, picking the abs up, we're gonna pour the top of the head down into the toes and suck the belly up under the rib cage. Palms turn to face your body and hang there for just a moment.
Oh, that feels good.
Always good to stretch out those hamstrings. And then with lots of activation in your abs and in your back, you're gonna come back and we're gonna do my favorite exercise for chest and shoulders, which is push-ups. And we're gonna do girl push-ups. We're gonna bend and stretch and continue. I think that it's more important to have excellent form here than it is to be in plank. So I actually prefer to do it on my knees. My shoulders are directly over my wrists. Shoulders down, ribs closed. And I'm thinking about lengthening out through the top of my head.
I'm thinking about breathing.
Yeah, that helps too. So think exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. 10 to 15 of those.
Right, if you're just starting, you can't bang out 10.
Don't worry about it, my God, do 5, be happy with 5, right? And then let's lift the pelvic floor, press back, and you can use your weights to help you. Press into child's pose. This is a really nice stretch for your whole back. And then having the weights lifted up like that is a little bit more of a stretch for the shoulders. Dropping the head, taking a couple of deep breaths here. And roll up. And you can just roll your weights towards you and take them with you, okay? And we're gonna stand now and do a bicep series. So, this is my favorite bicep exercise. It's called 7-7-7. And it's because we're gonna work the biceps in different angles, 7 repetitions each, all right? We're gonna go all the way up and all the way down, okay? 7 times. And what we want to think about here is keeping the collarbone wide and down, nice and open, shoulders away from ears, and belly lifted. Now we're going to come halfway up and all the way down, and halfway up and all the way down. Now every time I lift up my arms, I think about lifting my pelvic floor, so I'm really exercising my abdominals while I'm exercising my biceps. One more, okay? And hold. Now they're getting tired, right?
Yeah.
All the way up and halfway down, stop. Good. All the way up, halfway down. So you're really tanking out the bicep at the most difficult angle, right? And holding it there for just a millisecond will really train the bicep muscle. I think that biceps are cranky and difficult to train because they're big and they're strong. So we can really tax them. One more, you all right?
Yep.
Okay, and next, so small but very important muscle group, we're gonna hit the shoulders, okay? So arms up, lats down, belly tight, and all we're gonna do is an overhead press and back down to this 90 degrees. Overhead press. Now it doesn't mean that if it goes down here it's a bad thing. In all honesty, it's a little bit more work for the shoulders if you go lower because you're eccentrically or lengthening the muscle and then shortening it. So you can make a choice. If you stop here, you're working more of your lat or your back. If you go lower and then lift up. You're working more the meat of the shoulder. Now let me tell you, shoulders are sexy. Okay, and the other thing is the more buff your shoulders look, the smaller your butt looks.
Ooh, that's a good tip. Stretch it.
One more, how's it feel?
I definitely feel it.
Yeah, it burns, it should burn. Last little muscle group, triceps.
Ooh.
We're gonna give you guys a choice. I'm gonna do it one way, Nicole's gonna do it another way. Nicole is gonna take a seat and plug her elbows in by her rib cage, and she's gonna do a tricep kickback and bend in. And the big deal here is she's gonna squeeze, this is our waving muscle here, okay? She's gonna squeeze the tricep really hard right there.
So again, that moment where you kind of hold it.
And right. And here's another option for you, is just an overhead tricep press. This one has a lot of components going on, which is why I wanted to give you a different option. Closing your ribs, lifting your belly, shoulders away from ears. Right, if you look like this, it's a no-go, bad, cool, good. An elbow should face front. You don't want your elbows, ow, sticking out to the side like that, because it hurts. And again, 10 to 15 repetitions here. Squeezing the tricep at the top of every movement, whether you're doing it Nicole's way or my way, and then relaxing down.
That's great. So if we do this 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, again, 9 minutes, you add a little cardio, a little walk, bike ride or something like that in the day, and you've really tackled a lot.
You're good to go. You don't have to do it every day. I would say try it 3 days a week. See how you look, see how you feel, and if you think you need more, add a day. If that's good to go, you're good to go.
So there you have it. This is a great way to get your arms in shape. 9 minutes, most of us can fit in 9 minutes in a week. Try to do it a couple times a week. If you like this video and you want to see more of them, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. And if there's a certain area you want to target and you would like us to do another video concerning fitness and health, please let us know in a comment below and we will try to work it into the schedule.